Hello everyone, my name is Michael Lopez and I am the author of The Eternal Crown, and today I'll be diving deeper into the lore of the series, starting with Book 1, Dawning of the Red Sun. So what is The Eternal Crown? The Eternal Crown is a character-driven story about a young woman who essentially inherits a troubled kingdom after centuries of prophesized conflict. The actual Eternal Crown, as in the object of the story, is a reference to the overall story of creation, where this world was created by a powerful deity, later overthrown by its children, and then fought over for the rest of time. So whoever wears the crown has the power to end, change, or continue the cycle as they see fit. This first book is an introduction to the world and lays a good foundation for the rest of the series. So who are the key characters? There's actually a few. Our main character is Myra Soul, and she is the next cleric or ruler of one of our main factions called Ezra. And for all intents and purposes, she is a warrior princess groomed by her parents to lead, fight, and rule this land. And while she's more than capable, she struggles with a lot of self-doubt and constantly seeks to gain approval from others. Despite the fact that she's nobility, rich, the beauty of the land, and she's the first potential female cleric in ages since the first prime deity. But there's always that overwhelming thought of, can I measure up in her mind? Compared to her companions, Koro and Kira, who are twins of semi-unknown origin, they were pretty much raised to defend themselves from the start in a poor, isolated village, surrounded by vicious wilds. Instead of approval from others, they constantly seek glory for their own approval, and I guess when they're put up, next to her, they're essentially her wild side. Then you have our antagonists, which take the form of the Emperor from another faction called the Dominion and his council. Emperor's name is Yan, and his right hand is named Kai, and his later identified left hand is Jade, and they are all pretty much the mysteries of the story, each obviously way more powerful than their counterparts, but they have different drives. And the aim is that as you progress in the story, you start noticing some parallels between one side and the other. Essentially, the more you read, the more you have to choose a side. So what got us here? I'm not going to dive into the actual story, you'll have to do the reading yourself, but the short version is that Ezra is in a recovery period from their last major conflict. Their big brother, the Empire in this case, holds peace between them and Craig, which is the third faction, their enemy. And now something troubles that balance, which is coincidentally when Myra's Mark of Ascension appears. So this is a 3 to 4 part series, and there may be some side-offs to help fill the gaps between the main branch books, but thus far, it's gotten pretty good feedback, and I'm excited to keep it going. So where can we find the Eternal Crown? You can find the Eternal Crown digitally through just about every major platform. So Amazon, Kindle, Google, you name it. And of course, our website, 0-8studios.com. But physically, it's exclusive to Barnes & Noble via print on demand, so feel free to order on their site. And I think that the rest of the series as of today will follow that same trend. On top of that, we may see some English to Spanish translations and audiobook formats floating around in the future, but I would stay tuned regardless because a lot of our stories start in one medium and end in another. So this may be a book series now, but our goal is to eventually turn it into something more with the right support. If that's all good and dandy, subscribe to our site for notes on all of our projects, and like and subscribe to our channel as well. So I hope this was a good overview and answered a few of your starter questions. If you'll have any more, feel free to reach out through our site or leave a comment down below. Otherwise, stand by for the next one, The Eternal Crown Trials of the Clergy, coming to a bookstore near you. I look forward to seeing you all out in the ether as we progress in our ever-long journey to bring stories to life. Cheers.